Hey everybody, Brian Lloyd, Interactive Trader, coming at you after the market close today. Hey, we had quite a day in the market, a little bit of downward movement, a lot of negativity out there. We got the Fed coming out and telling us they didn't want to lower interest rates. That kind of caused people to pull back a little ways. So we got a down day in the S&P 500, we're down in the Dow, we're down in the NASDAQ. Russell 2000 didn't do too bad, those smaller cap stocks kind of hanging in there. But overall, we had a little bit of a down day. So how are we going to approach that? How are we going to handle that? Well, let's step back a little bit. We have had a heck of a run, haven't we? We had some really nice earnings for the last 3 weeks. They've been pushing us up. A lot of companies in the S&P 500 just beating those earnings expectations. So things have been going rather well. Here we are right at a resistance, and it's almost as if this news about not lowering interest rates conveniently came right while we were at a resistance level. Sometimes things just come together to give us a little bit of downward movement. Sometimes the technicals and the fundamentals cause that. So here we are with a little bit of downward movement, but is this the end? Is this where we're going to start dropping down? Of course, nobody knows. What are we going to look at going forward here? Well, we've got about another week of earnings announcements coming out on these big major companies, so it's going to be a wild week with that. So we've got to pay attention to how earnings goes from here on out. And after that earnings week is up, after we start to slide out of earnings season, I want you to pay attention to a couple other things. We got to figure out what's going on with this China deal. That's going to have a big effect. We're going to have a lot of people talking about inflation and where that's taking us. So those are going to be the areas of concern when it comes to the overall market and market news after earnings kicks itself down. So let's pay attention to that. Let's keep ourselves focused. Hey, don't panic out there. Keep track of your trend, keep track of your patterns, keep track of your plan, and we'll look forward to chatting up with you next week. Thanks, everybody.